Yo, what's up guys? I'm back for another review video. In this video we'll start out with Nelli. Nelli had the question, what monsters to use to beat giants keep B7 and higher manually. By just something to add, Nelli is also a YouTuber, so you could check him out. Yeah. Okay, he asked me what units he would do for giants B7, right? Now, I'm here to say that I would suggest you just use the team that is farmable that I use, because I know that you got most of the units. You got the cases, you got the Shannon, you got the Windjetty. You only need the Bernard now, and then you should be ready to go. It might sound a bit like lame or something to you, maybe, but really that is really the easiest way to get there. I will go over your units what you could use right now and what will work probably for B7. Let me think. B9 is fire, then we get light. No, dark, light. B7 is dark, right? Yeah, I think it's dark. So you don't have an advantage or a disadvantage, or how we say that? Disadvantage. There we go. So what should we use, right? Okay, well, what is a good combo is Chloe is always good. Why is Chloe always good? Because she has the immunity shield, which will help you quite a lot. So she's definitely something you could use. Darian and Aemon are very useful as well in here, because Aemon will keep your units healthy, and Darian will make sure that you don't take that much damage. So we filled up 3 spots already. Darian has the slash waves, which decreases the attack, which is great because you kind of need that, and also defense break, which is useful as well. I would suggest you to make sure that you have enough accuracy on him. 25% is probably too low. So I would suggest you to do that. Your Chloe will help you with the fact that you won't get too many dots on you for B7 it is, and for later versions any debuffs that you don't want. You have to time it correctly, but that's basically what she's there for. So what should we add to the mix? We have the heals, we got the attack decrease, we got, well, basically the resistance from Chloe. So what else would we want to have? Well, we want some damage. You could use your Jojo. Jojo is pretty good for the fact that he has fire magic that does continuous damage, so that's pretty useful. Well, I don't really would say that Jojo is the best. You could also go for Megan. She does give you the defense buff, which you will need to take less attack. Also, you can block some of the beneficial effects, and you have the crowd. What's it called? I just clicked it away. Good job. Crowd summoning that does have a chance of continuous damage. Well, mostly every hit. So she's definitely a candidate for now. So we have Chloe, Darian, Aemon, Megan, and what else could we use? I think for now the best use is either Clara or Katarina. Katarina has, oh wait, what's his leader skill? Resistant Arena. I think her leader skill is resistance, right? Yeah, I would put Clara as leader together with Megan, Aemon, Darian and Chloe. This way you will have a decent amount of resistance on most units. Not a huge amount, but a decent amount. And your Chloe can help you buff your immunity and immunity, so you could block one of the big attacks of the giant, and you could get away from getting all of those debuffs. So that's a good setup. So I would suggest Clara as leader, Megan, Aemon, Darian and Chloe. Your damage will come mostly from Megan. This is quite awkward Obviously other units will do damage as well, but Megan is the one with continuous damage dots. And again, for B10, I strongly suggest you to still make sure that you at least have your Sylphid leveled up, because that shield is super good. And I would probably say Shannon and the Wind Jetty and Bernard will still do a great job. I mean, yes, you could actually go on with this team, but you need some more damage. Like, your Megan won't kill him alone, probably. There's a probability that you could use Rashasha, the water one, but I'm not sure what attacks is. I mean, you read it out. Yeah, she could be actually pretty useful. Attacks and recovers 50% of the inflicted damage. Stuns enemy for one. Oh, this is not great. She could be useful. She could be one of your damage dealers in the dungeons, but to be honest, Acasis could be that could do that as well. So I think Acasis is the better one. I hope I helped you with this. I think if you use that setup that I told you right now, you should be able to beat B7 already. It shouldn't be too hard, I think. And furthermore, I would still work on the team that I used for Giants B10. It might suck because you have to level up some units. Obviously you could take a few units out, but like some of the units are just so good in comparison, and the resistance is pretty much the problem. You do have Clara, so you have the chance on that, so you could also decide to rerun some of your runes, but Clara is not gonna be optimal for B10. Neither will Chloe be the most efficient for B10. They're usable, don't get me wrong, they're very usable. They can pretty much auto it when they're runed correctly, but at the moment this setup is relying on Megan to do the dots, and that's a bit annoying. So that's something you have to figure out how you want to do it. But I would suggest still go for the win team. But with that team right now, you should try it out. Check how good you do. And then maybe you could do like B9 instead of B10, right? Because in that way you fight fire units, which most of the units have no trouble against. And then you could do farm B9 and then keep this team and then check how far you can go in dragons with the same team. You might have to rerun some of them to get a bit higher resistance or higher accuracy. Okay, this was for you, Nelly. Now I'll continue towards the second reviewer, so I'll be right back. Yo, welcome back. I'm at Munchiax right now. His or her question was, I have so many fire monsters and I don't know who to use, and I need a water attacker and I don't know who to use. She's, or he, is just level 16, and yeah, she's just started out. Let's see what she has and let's check it out. Wow, you got some quality units already. This is crazy. You got some very good summons, so be happy. I'll go over the units on which you should focus on and which you should not focus on. Okay, let's have a good look at there. You got a Fire Sylph, a very good fire unit, definitely you want to focus on. She has a leader skill which gives you 19% speed, which is very useful because you basically will attack most of the time first. You have a Wind that night, super good unit, definitely one of the endgame units people like to have because of the recent supply. He can revive an ally, which is super strong. Also, his deadly wave will weaken enemies with attack power, which is great because they will do less damage to you. And the first skill has an HP recovery debuff, which is also really good. So very good unit, definitely one you want to focus on. Then you have a Fire Sylphid. That is not the greatest, but in your state she's actually really good. Like, because you're low level, she is gonna be very good. When she dies, you basically heal up everyone. That's okay, and she has some decent amount of skills. I would not focus on her, that's one thing for sure, but I would just keep her at 4 stars and just don't fuse her or put her away, because she will be good. for you later on in the game as well, but she's just not the best Sylph. So the fire Sylph is really good. Wind Death Knight is very good. This unit is pretty good for you right now. It's not going to be the best, but definitely keep. And this unit, the fire Rakshasa, is awesome. Actually, it's super good. This unit has basically the best use in PvE. She really shines there because of the fact that the Burning Whip decreases the enemy attack bar, so the enemy will not attack as fast, and she has continuous damage, which is great for endgame, and she does decrease the speed. So basically, if you put enough accuracy percent on her, which you did already put on pretty well, you already have her runes with the correct stuff, so that's really nice. She will be awesome. So this is one of the units you want to focus on the most, together with the Wind that night. You said you needed a water attacker, but you didn't know who. I see you have a Harpy here. That's actually terrible. The Harpy, well, not to be rude or anything, but the Harpy is just not a good monster. I think I'll check what the best water monster I think you have right now. If you have one, that is good. Basically, you don't have one right now. The water Amazon, this is the fire one, but I know the dungeon was open for the water one. That's a really good water attacker. So the water version of this Amazon. Inugami is usable but not great. I wouldn't recommend it, but it's definitely the best you have. But in my opinion, I think you should not be too worried about the water monster right now. I would just use your Rakshasa, your Death Knight, your Fire Sylvan, the Sylphid, and you would get quite far already. But what you could add is this unit, Lulu, well, it's called a Hall, but when he sees Awakened, is Lulu, because she has a heal, which is great. When you heal someone else, she gets 20% of the health, and you remove harmful effects. And when you awaken her, she removes one harmful effect on all allies and heals. So she's a really good support unit and will get you quite far in the storyline. So she could be definitely one of the water support units. And I would suggest, if you ever get a water Amazon, so this girl and only then the water version, you should use her for your water DPS. And if you really need one right now, the water Inugami is decent, basically because the team up is actually pretty okay, and if you awaken her, the counter attack could be pretty useful. But for the rest, I would not say you have any good water monsters right now. Only a support role from the water howl. So basically, I would say focus on your Rakshasa and your Wind Death Knight. Those are your best monsters here. And then your Fire Sylph is very good. Your Fire Sylphid is good enough for you to use right now. She will fall off later in the game, but definitely a good unit for now. And if you want to get a water monster up, try to get the water Amazon, or you could level up the water Imagami. He's not bad. He's definitely not a bad monster. He's just not great either. And then I would suggest you to get the water howl leveled up and awakened, because she's really, or he, I don't know what it is. He's a really good support unit. Really something that could get you through the game. I'll check your runes out real quickly. I think you actually did watch. You basically put on the correct set. That's what you want to do, because you won't have all the best runes yet, but you do have good runes. So you know what you're doing, and I like how you runed your Rakshasa really well. It's really well runed, and I think you just keep going, keep farming, keep trying to get those monsters to max, and get your water Lulu. I want to say Lulu, water hull up to 4-star and awakened it, because she's really easy to awaken. So that's the good thing about it as well. And just feed other howls to her, and then she will be great. And then I think, I mean, to be honest, I think you would get quite far with the Water Owl, Rakshasa, the Wind at Night, and the Sylphid. I think you would beat quite a lot of the story really easily. Obviously you need to keep ruining them properly and use them properly, but I think that's you should be fine. So again, only thing I would suggest on this unit, I would go for Despair focus, so the Despair set focus, because I feel that she's a bit better with that, and then try to get an accuracy rune on slot 6, but that's because you're level 16, you will just put in the 2 sets to do that, but if you get an accuracy rune on slot 6, that will be great. I'll keep it short for you, because I think you know what you have to do, and you have some really good monsters, so keep on playing. You'll definitely get further in the game. And if you have trouble getting further in the storyline, try to stop a moment and play the, like, start farming like the Giants B3 or something, or Giants B2, and get some of those runes, or try to farm the stages that you, for example, want to get runes from. So for example, farm hard mode on the energy runes. I think you already did that with this guy. So, but try to get your monsters leveled up, and I think if you get Lulu up and leveled up and awakened, you should be in a good position to continue further in the story mode. Okay, this was your review. If you have any questions, just ask in the comments. I'll try to answer them in the comments, and I'll be right back with another review, the third one. Yo, I'm back. I'm at 1ns4ne. His question was, what monsters should I focus on? That's a weird sentence. He said, what monsters should I focus on, arena or dungeon? I think he meant, what should I focus on, arena or dungeons? I cannot beat Giants B7 without my friends Water Archangel. What team should I do in order to beat B7? Okay, first you need to focus on dungeons first. Why do I say that? Because you need good runes in order to be successful in PvP. And you get those good runes through the magic shop by buying them, and you get the runes by farming them in Giants and Dragon's Lair. And Giants is the first one you want to clear, because that's the easier one. Let's have a look at your monsters. So you have a nice Rook and you have a Lucian, so you're pretty fortunate with your monsters. I already see a Tyrone, a Verdale, or a Sylphid. You have a Amon, Darien, another Fire Vampire. You get some great units. So you must be you have a good fortune at your summons, man. I have seen like the Brown Magician. You got the Sylphid. You got a Firework Sasa, a Megan, Fire Joker, pretty good. So you got a lot of good units. So let's see what we should use for Giants B7. What you need for Giants B7 is definitely gonna be where is she? I am gonna suggest something how I did beat B10. I'm gonna suggest this because you could make a team that's different from this, but for B10 this is just gonna be the best you could possibly do. Because if I would suggest you to go with, like, for example, Verdale, because he's a really good unit, and Hawa, I mean, it's definitely a possibility, but it's not. You need a lot better runes for that. The setup I'm gonna give you is gonna be a lot easier to obtain with the units, and you almost have all the units, so that's why I suggest that. So first off, you want your Wind Silver to get awakened and get 5-star at least, preferable 6-star. The reason for that is because her leader skill gives 55% resistance to wind attribute monsters. Secondly, her force shield will make you survive most of the big hits Then when you have her, you want to use your Bernard and your Shannon. Your Bernard and Shannon will provide you with with debuffs and with buffs on your own team, which is very well needed. Then we got 2 spots left. One spot could go to Lucian. Why do I say that? Because Lucian is actually a monster that could clear everything really fast and could do some decent damage on the boss. If you go with Lucian though, you need to make sure that your Acasus, that's the Wind Silver, has high accuracy chance, so a Windy Cut will hit more often, and getting some skills up in her first skill is actually pretty useful then, because you want to kind of kill the boss with continuous damage dots, because his health is super high, so you kind of don't want to beat her down with just Lucian. And then for the last monster, I would suggest strongly to get a Wind Yeti. I don't know if you have one by accident. This is really easy. No, you don't. But I would strongly suggest to get a Wind Yeti, because the Wind Yeti will heal you up quite easily. Your whole team, that is. And he also provides you with a stun. Not that that's amazing, but that's pretty good. There is an option for you to use the Water Sylph as well, but that the Water Sylph only heals one target, which means it's kind of bad to go with. If you would not like to do the wind setup, right? If you would definitely think like, okay, I don't want to get the Wind Yeti and I want something else. I would first of all say that is not the smartest thing to do, but you have an option to go a bit different, and then you would look at farming B9 at some point on auto mode, I guess. And with the Wind team you will be farming B10, so that's I think the biggest difference. But for example, you could go with Verdale, and Verdale needs to have 100% crit rate then. But Verdale is a good together with what is that unit? The Fire Rakshasa. Those 2 units are really good together. And then Amon and Darian and Amon. And then I think the last spot would either go to your Fire Sylph, or maybe your Rogue, or maybe the JoJo. This is a fire team, and it's gonna be very hard for you to clear B10 with this, but B9 will be definitely a good option to auto it with that team, because the team is pretty solid. So that's something you could do as well. But who would you make leader then? I think you go with Verdale to get like a high speed. Yeah, you would go with Verdale for the high speed. So then you would have Verdale leader, Amon Darian, Fire Sylph, Fire Rakshasa, Amon Darian, Fire Sylph, Vampire, Rakshasa. And you could decide to go with the Fire Joker instead of the Fire Sylph, but I think the Fire Sylph is actually a bit more better in these situations because of her turbulence as well, and her Fire Phoenix of Fury is pretty much the same as JoJo's. So that's an option you could do, but I would strongly suggest you to go with the Wind team. The Wind team is just gonna be really strong, and you could check out my video on how I did Giants B10. Just go to my channel, type it in. If you want, I'll put it in the description as well. And I definitely strongly suggest to go for that team, because it's not hard to get. You don't need the most amazing runes. You only need to get your cases up to level, well, preferably level 40, 6-star, because that will make her the strongest. Her shield the strongest, which will result in you not having to have those amazing runes. And that's it. The rest could be the level 35. That's it. And you already have 2 units at 5 stars, so you kind of only need to get the wind jetty, and that's it. You only need to get the wind jetty and your team is done. Obviously you might have to check in the runes a bit if they're all a bit strong enough, but I think you will be pretty close at it. You might, yeah, I think your team will do pretty well already. If you get your case up to 6-star or 5-star max out, awakened, I think already then you could do the lower stages on B. You could definitely do B7 then. Yeah, yeah, you need to get the wind jetty. Max out his skills with all the others you can get. They're easy to get in the shop from summoning skulls, unknown skulls that is. And awaken your wind silver. You could actually do the wind dungeon today and get her to max 5 stars at least, and then you should be able to do B5, B7. I think maybe B8 already as well. So yeah, I'll put the link in the description where you can see the B10 dungeons. So this was your review. I hope I helped you. Definitely focus on those dungeons. Arena will come later. And if there's anything you want to know, put it down in the comments and I'll try to answer it. I'm actually gonna do one more in this video, so be right back. I'm actually gonna come back on what I said. I'm gonna make a second video to do the other guys, because I have 3 open and I got them on my list already, so I decided to do them right now. And last but not least, I actually know that I got 50 friends right now, so you will not be able to add me currently. So if you want to get a review, you have to wait till I can remove someone again, because right now I cannot remove anyone. See, that's the problem. But I'll make another video with the other 3. Yeah, so see you in the other video.